Welcome friends. Let us continue to study about the refrigeration and air conditioning on my YouTube channel. Kindly like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. In today's lecture, we are going to study about the refrigeration cycles. Refrigeration and air conditioning works on different cycles. As we have studied in the heat engine also works on different cycles such as Carnot cycle, Rankine cycle, Otto cycle, diesel cycle. Similarly, refrigeration and air conditioning works on different cycles such as vapor compression refrigeration cycle, VCRS, or it is also known as the vapor compression refrigeration system, VCRS, vapor absorption refrigeration cycle, VARS, and air refrigeration cycle, that is ARS. VCRS, it is made up of 4 processes that is carried out in the different components such as compressor, condenser, expansion valve and evaporator sequentially. So the VCRS, that is the vapor compression refrigeration cycle, is carried out in 4 components and it is in sequence: compressor, condenser, expansion valve and evaporator. So you can see here there is a compressor. In the compressor, the working medium utilized in the refrigeration, that is the refrigerant, is compressed. Then after it enters into the second component, that is condenser. Then the refrigerant now enters into the third component, that is the expansion valve or expansion device. And then after the refrigerant now enters into the evaporator. And after evaporator, refrigerant again enters into the compressor and the cycle is completed. So this is another animation for the VCRS system. Compressor, this is a condenser, this is the expansion valve, and these one are the evaporator tubes, and then back to the compressor. Now let us study the process, each and every processes of the VCRS system in a detail. First component is the compressor. In the compressor, process number 1 to 2 takes place, and that process is known as the compression process. So it is the compressor here and the process number 1 to 2. Now what happens in the first component? Low pressure vapor refrigerant enters the compressor. So here in the compressor, refrigerant, there is a working medium of refrigeration. So working medium having low pressure and in vapor condition enters into the compressor. Now in the compressor we know that the air or gases are compressed. So what will happen? In the compressor, vapor is compressed to high pressure. So what will come out from the compressor? High pressure vapor refrigerant comes out from the compressor at point number 2. So there is a process number 1 to 2 which happens in a compressor. Now next one is the condenser, or next component is the condenser. Process number 2 to 3, and that process is known as the condensation process. Now what enters into the condenser? Whatever is coming out from the compressor, it enters into the condenser. So we can write down like this: high pressure vapor refrigerant enters the condenser at point number 2. Now what is the function of condenser? So in the condenser, vapor refrigerant condenses. It means vapor refrigerant is converted into liquid refrigerant. So now what will come out from the condenser? So in the condenser, refrigerant cools and air surrounding the condenser is heated. So in condenser what will happen? Whatever the refrigerant passing through the tubes, it is get cooled or condensed. It is converted from the vapor to liquid, and whatever the air surrounding the condenser tube, it is heated. High pressure liquid refrigerant comes out from the condenser. So as in the condenser, vapor refrigerant condenses, or it is converted into liquid. So what is coming out from the condenser? That is a high pressure liquid comes out from the condenser. Now next component is the expansion valve. And in the expansion valve, process number 3 to 4 takes place, and the name of the process is the expansion process. Now this expansion valve, again it can be written as, in a different books, expansion device, throttling valve, throttling device, capillary tube. So the expansion valve is written as this much in different kind of books, but ultimately the function is the same, that in all this device the expansion process takes place, although you can say throttling process takes place. And in the throttling process, as we have studied in the steam chapter, that during the throttling process, pressure of the working medium reduces, but enthalpy remains same. So high pressure liquid refrigerant enters the expansion valve. That is the point number 3. In the expansion valve, refrigerant passes through the throttling process, and during throttling process, pressure and temperature of the refrigerant reduces and the enthalpy of the refrigerant remains same. So what will come out from the expansion valve? So after throttling, temperature of refrigerant reduces. And what is the range of the reduction of temperature? So for normal case, normal refrigeration and air conditioning working, the temperature of the refrigerant reduces to approximately minus 10 degrees centigrade. It means whatever the refrigerant is coming out from the expansion valve, it is having temperature of minus 10 degrees Celsius temperature. So what is coming out from the expansion valve? Low pressure liquid refrigerant at a low temperature comes out from the expansion valve at point number 4. Now next component is the evaporator. And in the evaporator, which process takes place? Process number 4 to 1. It is known as the evaporation process. What enters into the evaporator? Low pressure liquid refrigerant at a low temperature enters the evaporator. Now what happens in the evaporator, or what is the function of evaporator? So in the evaporator, liquid refrigerant evaporates. It means liquid refrigerant is converted into vapor refrigerant. So in the evaporator, refrigerant is heated and the air surrounding the evaporator is cooled. So as in the evaporator, whatever the refrigerant is there, it is converted from the liquid to vapor. So it is heated. And due to that, what happened? The surrounding air is cooled. Low pressure vapor refrigerant comes out from the evaporator and enters the compressor. And thus the cycle repeats. So these are the, you can say, 4 components of the vapor compression refrigeration system, and the processes takes place in the each component. Now from this, it is important to identify which component will be inside the room, because we want the cold air, we want the cool air. Whether it is condenser will be inside the room or whether the evaporator will be inside the room. Yes, you are right. Evaporator will be inside the room and the condenser will be the outside the room. And you must have observed also, if you have stand or if you are walking through the below or behind portion of the AC, you will observe the hot air. That is the thing but the condenser. Now we are going to study the temperature entropy diagram, TS diagram for the vapor compression refrigeration cycle. So here you can see when the refrigerant is compressed, right? So it is compressed 1 to 2, it is become vapor. Now this black line, inverted U black line, as we have studied in the steam chapter, it is nothing but the saturation line. And outside this region or this region is the vapor region. Between region is the wet region, and this left hand side region is the, you can say, subcooled region. So you can see here at one point it start compressing and at 2 point it is a totally vapor. Now it enters into the condenser where it is cooled and it is taken to the liquid condition. So at point number 3 it is a liquid. Then into the 3 to 4 it is nothing but the you can say expansion device where the pressure reduces, temperature also reduces. And at point number 4, the refrigerant enters into the evaporator where it is heated to the, you can say, point number 1. So that is nothing but the, you can say, the temperature entropy diagram for the vapor compression refrigeration system. So on the right hand side there is a animation, on the left hand side the diagram given in the book which you are required to draw if they ask you to draw. Application of vapor compression refrigeration system. It is utilized in the domestic refrigeration. So whatever the domestic freeze is there, it works on the VCRS system. Water cooler, air conditioning system, central air conditioning system, cold storage to preserve the vegetable and fruits, ice plants, all these works on the VCRS system. And similarly, some industrial applications are there where we require to work in a centralized air conditioning system, such as the manufacture of the vaccine, that is the corona vaccine nowadays we can say. Kindly ask your queries in the comment box of the video. Kindly like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.